Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fallout 76. I believe this is episode 20. So moving right along in the amount of episodes, I do have quite a bit of a backlog of episodes. So I believe when I'm recording this one, episode 15 should just be going out. So currently it is November the 8th of 2019. And we are obviously playing Fallout 76, so I figured I would touch base on some of the new items that pop up when logging into the game. Again, with the backlog that I have, I'm not 100% sure when the video will go out, so mileage may vary on if these items are still available for you to utilize, or if the events, if there are any, are still going on. So, first of all, even though it is November, they still have Halloween-themed items in the Atomic Shop. I think most of these we've been over before. Right off to Adventure, there's a sale in the Atomic Shop for a limited time, where you can get a Mr. Fuzzy ride. So we'll take a peek in the Atomic Shop in just a second. Nuclear Winter Halloween rewards are still going until November 12th, so you have 4 more days on that. Again, I don't know when this is going up, so this already might be over with, but I did touch on this on a earlier episode. And then finally, we have some updates, and again, I think I have already gone through all of those updates in a previous episode. So let's head into the Atomic Shop here. Ooh, some free stuff. Okay, well, we'll take that. So on today, and through the 11th, they have this free item, what's it called? Player icon. We will unlock for free. Why not? Pretty cool. Easy peasy. Again, there's a pretty high chance that this will not go out before then. But just as a historical reference, that is what was available as a free item. Here's the Mr. Fuzzy Kitty ride that you can get for 500. That's actually not a bad price for that. At least I would think it isn't. They do have some other stuff that's on sale. They have stuff that is leaving the vault very soon. So the steel backwoods bungalow that's leaving. Captain Cosmos bed, barbed chained tire set, and some other items as well. All of these have 3 days, so more than likely they're gone by the time you're seeing it. They do have some green thumb items as well, which is pretty interesting. Digging a little deeper down, they do have different outfits still available. I do like that a lot. I think that's a really cool looking cosmetic item. In terms of skins, this is probably, as I mentioned before, one of my favorite areas to look in. Mainly for power armor stuff. They don't have too many options right now, unfortunately. So yeah, this is kind of cool. The Fire Axe paint set. I do like the Fire Axe a lot, and there's just some cool options to them. But for 500, I don't know if that's really worth it. So yeah, and then this one, the guts that you drop when you die, is pretty cool. I'm actually contemplating getting this, but we don't die a ton, so I'm gonna hold off on it. Maybe it'll go on sale at some point. So stuff for your camp, pretty basic. Oh wow, some of the stuff there's only available for the next day, so definitely some of these things will not be available for you when you try to go in and look at them, unfortunately. So I'll have to apologize for that now. Just the schedule that I like to keep on obviously does not, it's not on a record that day, put out that day basis anymore. Styles, photo mode stuff. Oh, there's a free one. The Vault Pride. Let's unlock that one. Why not? For free. Confirm that bad boy. Anything else for free? Nope, doesn't look like it. Emotes? Any emotes for free? Nope, nothing there. Icons, we already picked up a few. Some of these were on, were free previously, and that's how we picked them up. That's the one we picked up today. Anything in here that we would be interested in? Oh, there was another free one. The Pride flag one is free. We'll grab that as well. Why not? I don't know how we necessarily change them. Oh, we can equip them just like that. Okay. Well, let's equip. I want to equip this Scorch Beast one. That looks pretty cool. And finally, the utility ones, the repair kits and the scrap kits, typically all the same. They do have a limited time sale for 3 days on a bundle for 1,000 atoms, but obviously we don't have that many, and there's no use for us. We don't need those. So, with all of that, oh, what was that actually? Hang on, can we go back? The Invasion from the Stars, Fallout 76 news. Put your daredevil spirits and for the outdoors on display by claiming the Cutthroat Craig player icon free this week in the Atomic Shop. Interesting. We were just in there. I didn't see it. Cutthroat Craig. Is which one was it? I did not see that free one, unless I just overlooked it. I might have overlooked it because I went through these ones pretty quickly. Yeah, no, I don't see it. So, I don't know if that's something that's coming. Maybe it's just not out yet, so. But with all that aside, let's jump into the game. Get the ball rolling here. So there hasn't been a ton of news in the Fallout 76 space. I mean, obviously, other than like the small stuff that we just went over that they released, there have been some new changes for, what's it called? Fallout First, I believe, is what it's called. The very controversial subscription service. I think it's subscription service to basically have your own private server, as well as getting a certain amount of atoms per month, along with a few other benefits. There was some updates around that, but nothing too crazy, and I think it was mainly just rumors from my understanding. Unfortunately, the Wastelanders update that is bringing NPCs to Fallout 76 was pushed back until next year, so 2020. I believe they said Q1, so that would be, what, January, February, March timeframe, roughly. But that was news that was released quite a while ago, a couple weeks ago. They announced that news, and we touched on it before. So all in all, it's been pretty quiet on the home front for Fallout 76. All right, getting right back into it. So where we last left off, we had made it to Charleston. We had a ton of stuff on our inventory, so we stopped off at the Charleston station here, and we scrapped some stuff, deposited some stuff. Oh, and look at that, we're already thirsty. This is a great way to start off. So let's go to our items, over to our aid, please. Drink some water. There we go. Cool. The one thing that I did want to do was grab... Do I not have it anymore? Oh, I still have that. Oh, I might have sold it. Let's take out all of those, actually. We're going to sell these. The one thing that I didn't do last episode when I was selling stuff was take a look at the mentats. It might be... There's a type of mentats that you can use that increases your... that helps increase your selling price, and I think it's berry ones. I mean, we'll take a mentat and see if it helps. I don't think it will. Okay. Let's trade. Okay, so I wanted to get rid of some of these fragmentation mines. We got a ton of fragmentation mines. Get rid of this as well. We got quite a few Molotov cocktails, so let's get rid of a few of those. And we have a few baseball grenades as well. We'll get rid of like maybe 3 of those bad boys. Just because we don't really need them. And they do weigh a decent amount per. Actually, let's just get rid of all the baseball grenades.
Ammunition and other supplies.
Get rid of some of this stuff as well. The fisherman's hats. Just because they do take up space and they weigh quite a bit. So let's sort here on weight.
I am authorized to trade
2 pumpkin pies we have. Weight is 1 each. Oof, that's half each. This stuff is the stuff that weighs a lot. We should get rid of that. Dictol is good to have.
While you can.
We're just gonna try to get rid of some of this stuff. Psycho, we can get rid of some of this stuff. I don't use chems a ton. I do use them, and we did store a decent amount of them in previous episodes.
To trade, I can be of service.
Do we have junk in our inventory? Nah, we don't. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, meds. Or chems. I've utilized them in the past, and I still do, obviously. I just don't do them very often, and so I have no reason to really hold on to them. So I typically just will store some, so I have a backlog in case I do for some reason get to the point where I go through a ton of them, I get in a really tight spot. But then all the others I typically will sell off, because I have no reason to continue to keep them. So, but with all of that housekeeping out of the way, we can oh no, I was not paying attention. We can keep moving on to our objective that we've been talking about for a few episodes now. So we are heading to the medical center to study Dr. Hudson's research. There are quite a few places around Charleston to visit. And last episode we were at the Charleston Herald, I believe it was. And we also discovered Hornwright Industrial HQ there, which popped up as a miscellaneous quest that we will get to eventually. We'll go explore there. We have this train depot over here as well that we can explore. The nuclear power plant over there we can explore. Just a few different places that we can look into. I mean, not even just to mention the Capitol building as well. So, oh, look at that. We have Graham, a traveling merchant. Don't see him that often, actually.
Trade?
Let's take a peek at what he has.
No matter you.
Single action revolver. That's kind of nice. Camo bandana. Ooh, that's pretty nice as well. But we can't equip a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going to worry myself over getting some of those. Holy crap. Recall keycard circuit board for 2,300. They do have some plans here that we could get for different
Squish, squish, pop,
camp
pop,
items,
crush,
but we don't really
crush.
need that. What about
This
mods? Any
is a
mods?
good
He doesn't have any mods, and he just has a little bit of ammo. Okay, he didn't really have too much, but it was cool. You don't really see him that often in game because he just continuously is traveling around. So we have made it to the AVR Medical Center. This is where oh, okay. I don't know what happened there, but that guy just fell. Let us... I think we're fine. Let's grab our thumbnail real quick. As per usual. Oof, can we get... we get out high enough? I think we're good. Actually, we might want to stand out a little farther here. Alright, T. There we go. This might be a little bit better for us to get everything in shot. And go to C here. Pose. Yeah, we haven't done that one for a while. And I might need to just increase the brightness a little bit. Ooh, a little bit too much. Perfect. Cool. Oh, I could have gotten a doctor's uniform or doctor's outfit and probably done that, but who knows if we'll find one actually. So we're gonna head in here and we are going to explore and hopefully find all that research that we need. Okay, so it looks like we have some scorched wandering through the halls here.
Here. Search.
Let's get our light on here. I do like this miner's light. Alright. You might be able to hear my heat running in the background. Not 100% sure. I typically try to have my audio set up so it minimizes a lot of this. Oh, look at this person. She's a nurse, or was a nurse. But yeah, I try to keep the background noise to a minimum. Have it set up in my OBS so it ignores most of it. However, I'm sure as I'm talking, it probably still comes through a little bit, but yeah, unfortunately, not too much I can do about it, because where I live right now, it's starting to get very cold out. Where are we getting shot from? Oh, way up there. So it's saying, actually, right now, it's 32 degrees outside. So my heat is kicking on here to keep me warm. It was actually snowing earlier in the day here. Not too much, just you know, kind of little trickle of snow coming down, but still, it just signals that season is here for where I live. So, oof, that guy did not make it. Okay, anything else in this restroom? No. I'm assuming that this is another one. Yes, another restroom. Anything good in here? Nope. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm not the biggest fan of snow, and we get a decent amount where I'm at. But I'm not a fan of the snow or the cold necessarily. I don't mind it every so often, but once you get couple months into it all the time, it kind of starts to wear on you a bit and you just want it to be warm again. But what is that? Got scorched down here. But it, what was I gonna say? Oh, Christmas time is right around the corner. And of course, 'tis the season to put out all the Christmas stuff. So everywhere you go now, even though it's just the start of November, it is decorated for Christmas. So going into Target to pick up some stuff, Christmas. Going to get my morning Starbucks, Christmas. I mean, even for Starbucks, they were having it one of the days where if you came in, they would give you a free holiday travel mug. And it's basically just their, you know, reusable white travel mugs that they typically have, plastic ones, and but just holiday decorated. So I believe my girlfriend actually picked up one. So, but I think it was one day only, because as I went in today, there's no such offer to me unless they just really didn't like me. But yeah, I mean, they even have their, like I was saying, their holiday drinks out. So, you know, Starbucks has their peppermint mochas and spice, I don't know, caramel, cinnamon, something, something, something. I did pick up myself a peppermint mocha because I do like mint a lot. It's actually interesting. I've always been a decent fan of mint in some form or fashion, be it you know, like peppermint patties or what are those other ones called? There's another type of mint candy. I can't think of the name offhand, but very similar to a peppermint patty. And I've always been a fan of those. And several years ago, I went on a tea drinking binge, and I would drink hot tea all the time instead of coffee. And one of my go-tos ended up being mint tea. We do have a field report here. We'll come back for that in a second. But yeah, I really enjoy mint tea a lot. And then there was a coffee that came out as well that was a mint flavored coffee, and quite enjoyed that as well. I also like, you know, mint ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream, all that stuff. Just a fan of mint. You know, nothing too crazy. I just enjoy it. I don't know. I didn't think too much into it, but come to find out that it's not a lot of people like mint. Surprisingly, at least a lot of people that I've talked to. You know, I'll suggest a mint item, be it like a mint tea or mint coffee, and they're not super into mint. And I mean, you know, to each their own. Not everyone's gonna be into what you are into, but I was just surprised at the amount of people who really didn't enjoy mint at all. Scrap all our junk here. We picked up a few things. Get rid of that and cancel that. Alright. We did get our suppressor for our 10mm pistol. We do have a first aid kit here. I did not notice on my way in. But yeah, so I guess with all of that I was saying, I did get the peppermint mocha drink because I quite enjoy mint, and mint with coffee is something that I really enjoy as well. I feel like the two just go very well together. They also have the I think they just have a normal mint drink as well at Starbucks. Looks like we need to have a code to get into the storage area. It doesn't look like there's too much in there. Just maybe some supplies that would be useful. We'll go back and get that holotape though. So, but yeah, it was just surprising. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys like mint? Like peppermint patties, mint tea, anything like that? I'd just be interested to know what you guys think. So let's take a listen to this field report though for the AVR medical. Let's hit the right button here. There we go.
Responders field report. Maria Chavez speaking. Being here at AVR Medical really brings back memories. My mother worked at this place for years as a nurse. When I was a child, back before the war, I got sick for days. Supply shortages had driven the price of medicine beyond what we could afford. Lucky for us, my mom wasn't just a nurse, but also a natural green thumb. We had a garden with all kinds of herbs and flowers. She treated me with homemade herbal remedies. Today, disease is rampant. There are countless viruses and bacterial infections out there, and we need a way to deal with them. I was hoping I might find something here to help treat all the sick and injured refugees we've got back at the airport, but unfortunately the place has been picked pretty clean by now, and there isn't much left. So, having had basically no luck in this creepy abandoned hospital, I decided to turn instead to my mother's wisdom. I put together some herbal tea recipes that should mitigate the symptoms of the more common sicknesses. It's not a cure, but it's something. Okay, well, I think I'll wrap this up. Guess I'm off to pick some flowers.
Well, that's pretty interesting. So, Maria Sanchez from the Responders came here in hopes to find more medical supplies or just something that could help against the scorched problem. And unfortunately, by the time that they were able to get here, it was pretty much picked clean. It's kind of interesting. There's a pumpkin in there. Yeah, so it's pretty much picked clean. So she reverted to creating herbal medicines to help people who were injured or just sick. So we do have a note here. There was a terminal back in the other room we'll go back to. Let's take a look at this note. So, stolen supplies. Lauren, you were right to have me inventory the prescription drugs locker. Turns out we're missing 3 boxes of painkillers. I'm not sure who the thief is, but we can't afford to lose any more supplies. I'm going to change the code to 011986. Don't forget to get rid of this note after you've memorized the number. Maryland. Alright, I'm just grabbing a notepad here so I can write this down. So 011986. We'll hold on to that. Let's take this note. Yeah, unfortunately it does not pop up on our side. Sometimes when you get a note like that where it has a code, it'll pop up with the code on the side of your screen under like a miscellaneous mission, but unfortunately it did not this time around. But we'll go back down to that supply cache or locker and take a peek through and see if we can pick anything out of there. Let's take a look at this terminal though. This is Marvin Wexham's terminal. Don't know who he necessarily is. Hopefully there's some journal entries in here that will help us understand who this user is. Maybe this? Nope. Alright, I'm not the best at this. Admire. There we go. Okay, so we do have some internal staff mail and then the safe control, which was over in the corner. So let's take a read through this mail. To all staff from Marvin Wexham, Senior Staff Supervisor. Okay, so he was a Senior Staff Supervisor at this medical facility. Our annual happy hour is coming up. I'd like to remind everyone to have fun, but also be courteous of others. I know things get a little rowdy, and that's fine, but be aware of those around you. We really can't have another mishap like last year. Thank God we were already in a hospital. Oh no. Alright, next one. 8NY47. To all staff, again from Marvin. I'd like to address a concern that's recently come to my attention. Apparently some of the staff, I'll not name any names, seem to think the food we prepare here in the hospital is not up to their high standards. I'd like to remind you that you're free to bring your own meals to work if you don't like what we have here. Nobody is forcing you to eat inedible slurry, Jim. Oh, this dude, he's throwing shade. In any case, it's not okay to throw food at the servers behind the counter or anyone for that matter. This is not high school, Jim. Damn, so this dude is a savage. He's like, oh, I'm not going to name any names, and then calls this dude out blatantly. Is like, yeah, you're messing up here, Jim. Like, this is being sent out because of you. I'm sure there might have been many gyms, but I'm sure it probably wasn't too hard to figure out what gym it was. So we have another letter to all staff from Marvin. I'd like to send out a quick note reminding everyone to stay calm. We've all heard the reports by now about the bombs. I know this is scary, but everyone coming through these doors is counting on us to help them stay calm, stay professional, and stay safe. It's one of those crazy things that playing these games don't really realize, and they've really tried to make it clear in this game, is that after the bombs fell, it's not like everyone died instantly. There were still people who were surviving in areas where a bomb didn't fall, or even, you know, in areas that were close to where a bomb fell. There were people who still survived, and they lived on after the fact and still proceeded to somewhat do their jobs. I mean, for instance, these people in the hospital, you know, the bombs fell and they clearly were still here to help those who were injured. So obviously it just wasn't a clean wipe, and the only people who were still alive are those who came out of the vault, or, you know, those who were like raiders or mutants or ghouls or anything like that. Like, you know, life did go on semi-normally, even after the bombs fell for a little bit. Obviously, a lot of changes came, you know, being in those ghouls and radiation and animals changing and everything like that. But it's just something that I feel like can easily be overlooked when playing this game. So let's unlock this safe here. Nothing too crazy. We're going to take everything. Let's head back down to that storage locker. We'll open it up and see what we can find. We do have a lot of radiation, though. Let's use a raid away. Well, I could have used a diluted one, but that's okay. Let's get rid of this stuff. And actually, we unlocked a crafting item for that soup. What are we doing on everything else? Probably could have some more drink, and that will heal us up just fine. Okay. Over to this keypad. Okay, what was our code again? 0011986. Cool. Alright, what do we got in here? It looks like it's mostly been picked over. There's some orange mentats. Pretty much sums it up for there. Some raid away. Again, that's about it there. A buff out. A raid X. Some addictol. And that's it. So really not much at all. So, and that pretty much covers this wing of the facility. We'll head through here and we'll go this way, which leads over to the cafeteria. There will definitely be some scorched through here. Clearly were some ghouls at one point. Oh, Mirelurk soft shell cake. We will definitely take that recipe. Clearly, we found the kitchen. not really much in here. I'm gonna turn this light off. Actually, no, I'll leave it on. Oh, it looks like that guy got thrown into the oven there. It's kind of interesting. It almost looks like this is supposed to be an oven, kind of like how this is. But it's underneath the sink. So that's kind of interesting. Got some cans. We have a first aid kit. Got some stim packs, which I will happily take. We got a good stockpile of stim packs. I've been trying to be pretty smart about how we utilize them. Cafeteria trays are a good source of metal. I will definitely take them. It's quite interesting. The very diverse cafeteria here, where they have, looks like just different buffet type areas. I mean, I haven't spent a ton of time in a hospital, but don't know if that's typically how it goes. If they have it set up like that, or what they do. Some pre-war money from the cash register. Anything else around here? Nothing much. Already explored over there. That's closed off. So I think we're good over here. We clearly have a way down and a way up. We still have a lot to explore on this floor though. So let's take a peek around here. Clearly have the dining area with not too much in it. Here's a different entryway. So if you didn't want to come in through the way that we did, it looks like this is a back entryway. I do want to actually explore the rest of this floor before we go upstairs. Alright, what do we have over here? Looks like we have a waiting room of some kind, maybe. Do have a blast radius board game. As I've mentioned before, it's a good source of nuclear material. You need nuclear material. Telephone, I will grab that as well. Alright. What is down here? We do have a scorched. Did we already explore this area? I don't think we did. Every single time. Alright, we have another surgical tray. Microscope, I will take that. Take a couple of microscopes, actually. Why not? Looks like these doctors were working on a patient here that might have lost an arm, it looks like. And a leg. And a foot. Foot. An arm. Or both arms. I mean, who knows? The skeleton could have lost those over time. Might not have necessarily been when the person came into the hospital, but still. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything in there. What's this way? A doctor's bag here. Oh, I did not want that bone saw. Oh, it didn't pick it up. Okay. Nothing. Anything else in here? It just looks like a patient room. I think we have another surgical room here. Surgical tray. I will take that pencil. Nothing additional. Some more mentats. Okay, I don't know what that came from. What, that one? Radix diluted? Okay. Nothing. Okay. Telephone, I will take that. We have Jangles the Moon Monkey. Of course, every single time. I do want that surgical tray. Again, just a good source of metal. Where does this go? Ah, this leads back out to where we came from before. Those were the stairs that went up, so if we take this way around, it leads us back here. Okay. And I'm guessing someone probably came through here before, because there was that scorch that was already killed there. Which is fine, it happens. Some more mentats, I will take those. I'll let that run for a minute. We have some Radex. Looks like a dead janitor. That's... Do have a Nuka-Cola sitting right here on this sink. I will take that. Nothing? Okay. So I guess we can go over here. Looks like just some offices, maybe? We have some psycho. There's a little trunk here, a foot locker. Let's pick lock this bad boy. Maybe. There we go. Ooh, some good items in there. Again, I think it's randomly generated, so your what you find might differ from what I find. All right. You have some restrooms. Oh, whoa, okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know what's happening there. Nothing too crazy over there. Looks like we do have another little waiting area there. Nothing too crazy to explore. Maybe a receptionist's desk. More waiting. I'm guessing this is the main waiting area, it seems like. So maybe this is actually the main entrance that patients would come through. But yeah, other than that, I think we pretty much explored that. There was another hallway down here to the left. We'll take a look down here. Oh, we are over encumbered, I forgot. So this is going to take a hot minute. And then, yeah, nothing down here that we can do. Everything's closed off. So we can go up to the second floor. There's also down there, which we will get to. But that's where we need to go for the quest. So we are going to explore up here first of all. What do we have here? I'm guessing this is an... Oh, maybe it's a storage closet? I was going to say, I thought it was the elevator, but it being locked, I'm guessing it's probably storage. Yeah, it's just a maintenance storage. For some reason they have a bag of cement. They do have some loose screws in here, which is very useful. Flip lighter, a Braxo cleaner, and a mop. Alright. Nuka-Cola machine on its side. We do have some more offices. Desks, filing cabinets, and some more desks. Nothing too interesting in this one. We'll go on to the next room. We cannot go that way. We can venture down this way, and this just leads down here, which leads back into the kitchen. So I think that's pretty much it for that first floor and the second floor. We can head down into the basement area to find Dr. Hudson's research. Let's get back into the stairwell. We will take this down. Hopefully there's a workbench down here. Be quite useful to scrap some of this stuff. Anything interesting down there? Nothing over here. So this leads out and down. I guess we'll take a peek at this way first of all. We have a fuse and a wrench. What else do we have? We are getting some radiation. There's a fusion generator here. Unfortunately, no fusion core that we can utilize. We do have another storage area here that might have some goodies in it. We can unlock this terminal. It's level 1, so... Oh, look at that. Right on the first try. Ooh, a pack of duct tape. That's good to have. Good to get some adhesive from that. Gas canister. That'll... If the door closes, this button will open it for you. Adjustable wrench. Yeah. Not too much here. So there are two ways that you can get down there. You can go this way and hop down here. I will show you the other way that we can go. So if we go back to the stairwell here, we head through this corridor that's straight in front of you. When you come down the stairs, it will also lead you into the same area. So either go through and around through where the fusion generators are and hop down there, or you can take the hallway that is right off of the stairwell. We do have a chemistry station here, so we're gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff that we picked up. That is pretty cool looking, but we don't need it, so we're gonna get rid of it. And I think we're pretty set. Ooh, there's some more microscopes, so we'll pick those up. Scrap them. Those are a very good source of crystal, if you need crystal for anything. Okay, what else do we have? Another microscope, I'll pick it up, why not? We do have an end of dungeon steamer trunk. We did pick up a automatic pistol. Compensated armor piercing 10mm automatic pistol. Dang. How does that compare to the submachine gun? This thing does 17. That only does 14. Maybe we can try it out. Doesn't hurt, right? Pencil, a fan, test tubes, more test tubes. We do have a foot locker here with a bag of fertilizer in it. Again, you might find different items, just depends. And we do have a terminal. So let's take a peek at this terminal. And this is exactly what we need. This will have Dr. Hudson's research on it. So AVR Medical Laboratory Terminal. That is not locked for some reason. Alright, inoculation project overview. So, for those of you who are joining in, we'll go through this, which will help show what the project actually was, because we have been talking about it for a few episodes now that we were coming here around the project, and now this kind of helps explain it. So, the purpose is to produce a vaccine against the mutagenic effect known as the Scorched Plague. Method: extract blood samples from 3 candidate creatures observed to be more resistant to Scorched mutagenic effect. Use blood sample analysis to create synthetic antibodies. Candidate creatures are a feral ghoul, mole rat, and a wolf. Adenum. Project stalled until replacement Type T fuse can be acquired. Request filled with responders quartermaster to obtain replacement. Okay, and it did update our mission for this. So we need to install the Type T fuse and then collect blood samples from a mole rat, a feral ghoul, and a wolf. Let's take a look at the project journal though, because there are several entries for this. So we'll start with the earliest, which is July 6th of 2096. So Dr. Claire Hudson. Okay, here we go. One brave doctor taking on the mysteries of the Scorched. How heroic. Truth is, I'm alone. I'm more than a little terrified, and I'm skeptical this whole crazy idea will even work. I think the fundamentals are sound enough, but once I start analyzing the Scorched DNA, who knows what I'll find, or whether I'll even understand it. But I have to try. If I don't, all the people I care about are good as dead. And if the Scorched start to spread, I don't even want to think about it. At least I can be grateful we found this lab. It has everything I need, provided I can get all of the equipment working. Hey, I got the terminal reprogrammed, and that's a pretty good start. Speaking of which, I'd better start writing that analysis program. No time to... Damn, there's that scratching noise again. I thought we cleared this place out, but I swear there's something moving around in the upper levels. Guess I'd better work fast. Take a sip of water here. Alright. August 1st, 2096. Making good progress overall, at least with the preparation. Got the analysis program finished, and then, after no small amount of yelling, cursing, and kicking things, I finally got the terminal and the symptomatic talking to each other. Well, that's a mischaracterization. It would be more correct to say that I got the terminal to scream orders at the symptomatic, and I got the symptomatic to obey them. Now I get to pour over hundreds of first-hand accounts, personal observations, and any other information we've gathered relating to how the Scorched Plague has been affecting the local wildlife. If I'm lucky, a tenth of it might be useful. So now we come to it, the crux of my theory. If I can identify the creatures that seem least affected by the Scorched Plague, then maybe, just maybe, I can figure out why. Then, with luck, synthetic antibodies might not be far behind. August 12th, 2096. Short entry today. Why? Because I really only did one thing, and it wasn't research. No, my day was spent hiding from a pack of Scorched that invaded the hospital this morning. Most of them stayed up on the ground floor, but a few wandered down here. It's a good thing I heard them, because I barely had time to hole up in my closet when they started searching around in the lab. It occurs to me that we know almost nothing about the Scorched. What motivates them? Do they eat? Why are they hostile towards everything that isn't one of them? Eventually the Scorched move on, and by eventually I mean 9 hours later. I never want to set foot in a storage closet again. Oh jeez. Alright, September 2nd, 2096. Thank God for automation. I'm one woman doing the work of a small research team. If not for the computers and machinery here, this project wouldn't have a chance. Speaking of the project, the creatures that show the most resilience to the Scorched Plague are the mole rats, feral ghouls, and wolves. If I can get a blood sample from each one, it'll be a simple matter to load them into the centrifuge and run the analysis program. With the resulting data, synthesizing antibodies should be a pretty straightforward process. And synthetic antibodies to the suspension fluid, and presto, instant Scorched vaccine. Then it's just a matter of waiting on that phone call about my Nobel Prize for medicine. That's the good news. The bad news is the old symptomatic machine. I powered it on and the damn thing blew a fuse right away. Jeff thinks there might be some type T fuses at the old mining supply store. Hopefully he can send someone to check soon. To hear Maria tell it, those boys in the fire breathers unit are itching to take the fight to the Scorched, and they're counting on my inoculation to protect them. Okay, so old mining store might have a fuse if we don't have one. October 20th. Damn it all, so close. Yet I'm stuck. Jeff's been on a foraging missions pretty much around the clock, and I can't get in touch with him to request help with the blood samples or replacement fuse. The fire breathers are almost ready for the big operation, and I've got nothing to give them. If they take on the Scorched without being inoculated first, I fear what might happen. I have to confront the possibility that I might never get a chance to finish this work, but maybe someone else can. The journal entries should serve as a guide. I'm thinking I can also rig up the symptomatic to play messages to anyone that is able to administer the inoculation once it's done. That way, if the worst happens, I can at least have some kind of signposts to help others benefit from what we've learned, to help them survive if maybe I don't. And then the final entry, November 7th, 2096. We're too late. I failed. Was on the radio with Maria just now. She never seen so many Scorched beasts. She says the sky above the airport's dark with them. They're not attacking, not yet. Waiting on their scorched foot soldiers to arrive, maybe. Clever bastards. And of course, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel on ammo and stims, so this couldn't come at a worse time. So what the hell do I do now? Down here, alone, I might eventually be able to finish this vaccine. I can't help the fire breathers anymore, but maybe someday the vaccine will save lives, assuming anyone's left. If I can make it back to the airport, I could save lives today, or maybe tomorrow, or whenever the battle comes. And it will come. Shit, I can't stay here. It might be suicide trying to make the trip on my own, but I can't turn my back on everyone I care about. Not when they need me the most, not when I'm the one who failed to play their part in our plan to stop the Scorched before it came to this. If anyone finds this, then get those blood samples, load them into the centrifuge, and run the DNA analysis program. The rest is pretty automatic. Good luck to both of us. Well, dang. I wonder if that's her. Or at least one of them is her. I wonder what closet she was in. Maybe it was that one. But there's no space in there. Alright, so we do have to install a T fuse. Do we have that? Oh. I guess we did have the type T fuse. Okay, so all we would have to do now is collect all of the blood samples needed. So that would be from the ghoul, the feral ghoul, the mole rat, and the wolf. So we could take a look at our map here. So there's where the mole rats can be found, the feral ghoul, and then the wolf. So all in a pretty linear path here, all up and down. So we'll have to get those and bring them back here and stick them into the centrifuge here. And then on this terminal, it has a program that we can run. But that will have to be for another episode. Since we're already sitting at 55 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. Like I said earlier, let me know what you guys think about Mint. You guys a fan or not? Just let me know. If you want to follow along with the channel or anything else, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. It'll let you know every single time a new episode is uploaded to the channel. Feel free to also follow me over on Twitter. I'll have that in the description down below. But thanks so much for sticking through till the end. I really appreciate it, guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.